my dear student. Today I will be engaging second unit which prescribed in the text, that is The Schoolboy, written by one of the famous poet William Blake. Before start the poem, I just want to give you a brief introduction about the poet William Blake. William Blake, who was a multi-talented personality, multi-talented person because who was a poet, painter and engraver. And if we look at his works, who had written many collections of poetry, for example, Songs of Innocence, Songs of Experience and Poetical Sketches. Among these three, Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience are very famous collections of poetry. And here the poem Schoolboy, which is an extract from his collection of poetry called Songs of Experience. The Schoolboy is a lyric from the Songs of Experience. This is the brief introduction about the poet. And here the Schoolboy, which discusses about not only about the schoolboy, whereas the feelings of the schoolboy, and which also explains about formal education. Here William Blake, even he too had a formal education, whereas who started blaming a formal education, who never blaming the education system, whereas who started blaming only the formal education. Why so? Because formal education which suppress the creativity or personality of the schoolboy. For that reason, through this poem, William Blake, who started giving message to the society as well as for the parent. Now let us start the poem. Keep your text in front of you. The Schoolboy by William Blake. First, I'll read the poem stanza wise, then I'll explain to you. I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company! So this is the first stanza in the poem The Schoolboy. Here I, a first person I, refers to schoolboy. Though William Blake, who was explaining his experience, whatever he had while he was getting formal education, but by explaining about his own experiences, who started generalizing. That means what are all the experience William Blake had, the same experience the schoolboys they too had when they were getting formal education. So here the first person refers to schoolboy. Here the schoolboy loves to rise. Schoolboy loves to wake up or get up in a summer morn. Morn means morning. Here William Blake, or the schoolboy, he loves to wake up in a summer morning. Why? What's the reason behind that? Here we could see, or here we could notice the happiness in the mind of the schoolboy. Why he loves to rise in a summer morning? Because when the birds sing on every tree, that is the first reason why he loves to wake up in the early morning, or Why? Because to hear the cheeping sound made by the birds. He loves to hear the sound made by the birds. That is the first one. Next, the distant. Distant means a far place. Durada, what we call. The distant huntsman winds his horn. Winds his horn means blows his horn. Usually huntsman is nothing but the hunter. While the hunter was hunting, he used to make a sound like oh, like a. So that means he used to make a sound. Here that schoolboy or William Blake, he loves to hear that horn made by the hunter. For that reason, he loves to wake up in summer morning. The next one, and the skylark. What do you mean by skylark? Skylark, a kind of bird, and which used to sing while it was flying. And the skylark sings with me. That schoolboy thought that skylark means a kind of bird. It used to sing and it used to give him a company. He thought like that. He just imagined that skylark used to give him a company. So because of these three reasons, he loves to wake up in the early morning, especially in summer season. For that reason, he said that, oh, what sweet company. He used to call these things as a sweet company. He enjoys the company of cheeping of birds and the horn which made by the hunter and the singing of the skylark. And this is about the first stanza. So in first stanza, we could notice the schoolboy was very happy, and we could guess that, we could notice that he was in nature, who learned many things from nature. And when come to the next stanza, which contrasts to the first one, because the next stanza we could notice that schoolboy who was worried a lot, and we could notice his sorrow. Why? But to go to school on a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. This is the second stanza. Why he was not so happy? Because the thought of going to school in summer morn, he thought that it drives all his joy away. Why? Because he wants to enjoy the nature in summer morning. For example, in our country, we have the summer season. So that means 3 to 4 months, nearly 3 to 4 months. Whereas in abroad or foreign countries, they have short span of time. So they enjoy the summer season. Here also, the schoolboy, he too want to enjoy the summer morning, whereas at the same time he don't want to go to school on a summer morning because he thought that it had taken his joy or happiness away from him. And why he was disappointed? Under a cruel eye outworn. What do you mean by cruel eye outworn? Means nothing but authoritarian way of teaching, especially in formal education. We could notice the strict supervision of the teacher or authoritarian way of teaching. That rigid rules made the schoolboy suffer a lot. Because the schoolboy, they should be under the cruel eye outworn. For that reason, he thought that it had taken all his joy away. Because of that cruel eye outworn or the authoritarian way of teaching, the little ones means schoolboys, boys. The little ones spend the day in sighing and dismaying. What do you mean by sighing? Means to leave a long breath. For example, when you get tired, for example, I'll take the example here itself. If you have a continuous classes without giving you a break, in that situation, when you get a break or when you get a break in the last period, how you feel? How you express like hoof, like a way. So that means to leave a long break. So sighing means nothing but nitty-gritty. And dismay, so that means feeling of fear you had. Because of the strict rules or the rigid rules of the formal education system, school boys, they were spending their time in sighing and dismay. This is about the next stanza. So here what happened, the thought of going to school on a summer morning made the schoolboy suffer a lot. He thought that it had taken his all joy away. Why? Means because they should be under authoritarian way of teaching, and because of that reason they were spending their time, especially in school. How they were spending their time in school or when they were inside the school? By sighing and dismaying. So here we could notice the contrast between the first stanza and second stanza, and the next stanza is also continuation of the second stanza. In there also who was explaining about his sadness or explaining about what are all the experience he had when he was inside the school. How? Then at times I drooping sick. What do you mean by drooping? Means bending. And spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, won't through well the dreary shore. So here in the third stanza, which is the continuation of the second stanza too, when he gets so tired because of the strict rules or the rigid rules imposed by the formal education, in that situation he used to sit droopingly. Means nothing but, for example, how you used to sit when you are attending or if you have interest towards the class, you used to sit straight. Whereas when you get tired because of the continuation of the classes, continuous classes, how you used to sit? By bending or leaning beside the or behind the chair or the bench. So here also the same thing. What happened means when the boy gets tired, in that situation he used to sit bend and spend many an anxious hour. Anxious means anxiety we could notice in the mind of the student or the schoolboy because of that thing, or the fears of school life causes to lose his enthusiasm. Why? Because here formal education which only stress on the education, rather it won't leave or let the child to express their creativity, or it won't give an opportunity for the student to express their talent. That made the student or the schoolboy suffer a lot. Because of that reason, he used to spend many and anxious hours. So that means here we could notice the restlessness of the boy because he was so tired because of that formal education system. In that situation, nor in my book can I take delight. What do you mean by delight? Delight means pleasure, happiness. Nor sit in learning's bower. Learning's bower here means which is used as a metaphor for school. Learning's bower here means school. That is a metaphor. What do you mean by metaphor? That is one of the figure of speech. I think you heard about simile. In simile as well as in metaphor, we used to compare one thing to other. For example, life is like a dream means, which is the example for simile. Why? In simile we used to compare one thing to another thing by using as or like. That is the meaning of simile. Whereas in metaphor, though we are comparing life to a dream, we didn't use like or as. So life is a dream, that is the example for metaphor. Here also learning spoke, that is metaphor for school. And when he gets so tired, neither from his book nor sit in the school, he could get delight or he won't be happy. That is the thing he was explaining. And on through with the dreary shore. What do you mean by on through? Means exhausted, puzzled and so tired. Why he couldn't able to get happiness or delight? Because of the tiresome aspect of the school made him so. Who was worried, who was exhausted and even who was tired because of the tiresome aspect of the school. So here in the third stanza, we could notice the restlessness of the boy and tiresome aspect of the boy. Why he was tired? As I told you earlier, because of the strict supervision of the teacher made him so. Because of that reason, he used to sit back and he used to spend many anxious hours. So that means restlessness hours. So that means he was so tired. In that situation, neither from his book nor sit in school, he could enjoy or he could take delight. Why means? Because of he was so puzzled and he was so tired. We could notice his anxiety when he was inside the class or school. Why means? Because of the tiresome aspect. Dreary shore means tiresome aspect of the school made him so. So okay, dear students. So in today's session, I'll stop here itself. So next 3 stanzas I'll continue in the next session. So before that, I just want to wind up whatever I had explained today. So in first stanza, we could notice the happiness of the student or the schoolboy. Why? Because who was in nature. So even we too, when we are in nature, we enjoy a lot. And at the same time, it also teaches us many things. Here also he too learned many things from the nature and he just want to learn the thing from nature rather to sit inside the school. And here in the first stanza, he loves to wake up or get up in the early summer morning. Why? Because to enjoy the sweet companies. Which are those sweet companies? Here it refers, first one, to hear the cheeping. Cheeping means chilipili, what we call cheeping of the birds. Next, he loves to listen the horn which made by the hunter and who enjoys the company of the skylark. So these 3, according to the poet or according to the schoolboy, was sweet company and who was enjoying those things. And when come to the next stanza, which is contrast to the first one, and here we could notice his tiresome aspect or who was so worried. Why? Because he thought that going to school on a summer morning drives means it had taken his joy away from him. Why? Because of the authoritarian way of teaching or the strict supervision of the teacher made him so. Because of that reason, the little ones, so that means the little schoolboys, they were spending their time in sighing and dismay. They can't able to enjoy what are all the aspects that happen inside the school. Why? Because it won't let the children or the schoolboy to enjoy whatever they like. And the third stanza, which is continuation of the second one, we could notice the same situation in the mind of the schoolboy. In that situation, what happened? He used to sit bent. The schoolboy used to sit bent and he used to spend many anxious or a restlessness hour. In that situation, neither from his book nor sitting school he could take delight. Because he was so exhausted, he was puzzled because of the situation or the circumstances that happening inside the school, and he noticed the tiresome aspect inside the school. This is his opinion regarding these three stanzas. I hope all of you understood. I'll continue the next three stanzas in the next session. Thank you.